Ladies and gentlemen, gamers of all shapes, sizes, and KD ratios today, we ain't talking about no overhyped, overmarketed AAA nonsense. No, sir, we are diving into 15 of the most underrated AA single-player games that deserve your time. So let's get into it. First up, Mullet Magic, and let me tell you, this game is straight up, nitro-fueled, caffeine-injected insanity. You play as a dude with the meanest mullet in gaming history, blasting through neon-soaked cyberpunk arenas like a Red Bull-fueled fever dream. It's a fast-paced FPS with time-based mechanics, where if you stop moving, you die. You gotta keep that momentum up like you're running from a bad ex. If you love games that keep your heart rate higher than your Wi-Fi bill, this one's for you. Now, you'll know Sifu was not playing when it dropped. You ever been in a fight so bad you just aged 40 years? That's this game. A brutal martial arts action game where every time you lose, you literally get older. It's all about perfecting your timing, blocking, dodging, and countering like Bruce Lee with a bad temper. By the time you beat this game, you'll either be a kung fu master or have arthritis in both thumbs.
In a warehouse, about 3 days ago, a body turned up in Yokohama. Oh. Maybe you hadn't heard that.
Look, if you've ever wanted to be a detective who can dropkick criminals through windows, Lost Judgment is your game. A mix of intense storytelling, hand-to-hand combat, and detective work. It's basically like if Sherlock Holmes had a black belt in karate.
Believe me, I'm just as clueless as you are, much as I hate to admit it.
This game keeps you engaged with its amazing plot, open-world exploration, and wild side missions because who doesn't love solving a murder 1 second and then playing baseball the next? Now we're diving into cyberpunk horror, and let me tell you, this one is not for the weak-hearted. Observer, System Redux puts you in the mind of a detective who hacks into people's memories to solve crimes. Sounds cool, right? Wrong. It's terrifying. Every memory dive feels like a bad acid trip, and by the time you're done, you'll be questioning reality. But hey, if you like your thrillers served with a side of existential crisis, this one's for you. Abe is back, baby, and he still ain't caught a break. Oddworld. Soulstorm is a beautifully bizarre 2.5D action platformer where you're trying to save your people from being turned into fast food.
It's up to you.
Yeah, you heard me. A mix of stealth, puzzles, and hilarious moments. This game is like if Lemmings had anxiety and a revolution to lead. Now this game right here, it ain't just a game. It's an experience. Pathologic 2 is a brutal survival RPG that throws you into a plague-infested town where every choice you make could mean life or death.
Something worries me. I feel a difficult trial approaches.
Supplies, scarce. People, desperate. Sanity, questionable. It's so intense, by the time you finish, you'll be questioning your life choices too.
I mean, the only physician.
Take Doom, add some old school magic, mix it up with pixelated mayhem, and boom, you get Project Warlock. This is a retro-inspired FPS that will make your keyboard cry.
Must take the earth back.
You've got spales, big guns, and wave after wave of enemies who did not come to make friends. If you love that 1990s shooter energy, this game is calling your name. This game is Halloween all year round. Pumpkin Jack is a 3D platformer where you play as a pumpkin-headed trickster wreaking havoc in a gorgeous, spooky world. Think Medieval meets Crash Bandicoot, but with more sarcasm and skeletons. It's fun, fast-paced, and the perfect game for when you need a break from serious stuff. Imagine Metroidvania, but with a grappling hook. That's Rusted Moss. You swing through post-apocalyptic landscapes, blasting enemies and pulling off crazy acrobatics like Spider-Man on caffeine. The pixel art, stunning, the physics, wild, and if you love challenging platformers, you're in for a treat. Alright, y'all ever wonder what Half-Life meets steampunk would look like? That's Industrier. A first-person shooter that takes place in an alternate timeline filled with killer robots, insane puzzles, and mind-bending plot twists.
The first thing to show is the new enemy type we call the Hound. They feature a pack behavior. Means they have a leader.
If you love story-driven FPS games with eerie vibes, this is one you can't miss. This one is for my chill gamers. Lost Ember is a stunning exploration game where you play as a wolf who can jump into other animals' bodies. You get to experience the world through different creatures' perspectives, solving environmental puzzles, and unraveling an emotional story. If you need a break from all the chaos, this game is like a warm hug for your soul. Wizards, spellcrafting, and adventure, oh my. Mages of Mistralia lets you create your own magic spells and use them in an action-packed, story-rich world. It's like if Harry Potter dropped out of school and went full DIY magic. Tons of puzzles, intense battles, and the ultimate build-your-own magic system make this one a hidden gem. That's the list, folks. If you love hidden gems and want more awesome game recommendations, hit that subscribe button and stick around. We got plenty more where that came from.